Hello and welcome to another entry in this video series. We're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Game Jam of 2025. And this time we will have a look at Dungeon of Depths by Psy4, I guess. But before we look into the page here and then dive into the game, let me tell you about the playlist, which you will find linked down in the video description and which contains all the entries I've covered so far and a pilot episode at the very start, which explains what a dungeon crawler is, what a game jam is, and what the rules are for this game jam specifically. And with that, let's have a look at Dungeon of Depths. Escape the Dungeon of Depths by battling foes, collecting cards, and paying off your debt. That sounds interesting. Theme incorporation. The themes and how I incorporated them. Gene fusion combined the dungeon crawler genre with a card game genre. Treasure hunting, finding treasures, treasure chests, and defeating enemies in the dungeon rewards coin and new cards. Okay. Let's have a look into the page itself. How to play. So this can only be played in a browser, by the way, and I already started it up, and it's the music which you hear in the background. How to play. WASD. Keys, arrow keys, on-screen buttons to move. Use the mouse to click on buttons. Card game mechanics. Every card has a coin cost to play, and your goal is to reduce your opponent's coins to 0 while keeping yours intact. Okay. Your and your enemy's coins will be displayed at the top of the screen during the battle. We can see that on the screenshots here. You 3 coins, enemy 25 coins. When battling an enemy, use the mouse to select the cards you would like to play. Then press the end turn button at the bottom left of the screen. Is that just one resource then? It's my resource for like my hit points and at the same time my resources and my damage? We will see. Tips. Look for treasure chests in dungeons. These contain spare coin and powerful cards. Golden chickens are pretty defensive, so battling them can be a golden opportunity to win more coins. Cards that apply an effect to the next card can be used at the end of the turn to power up the next card you play on your next turn. Okay, cool. The music. The best jazz club in New Orleans, royalty-free music, Pixabay. Acid Jazz Brass Band Fusion. Yeah, lots of like jazz stuff and sounds great. I hope that this is indeed royalty-free, we will see. Art is made by Dolly 3 and 3D chest by Mishek19. Okay, and with that, let me go full screen and then we will jump into the game, into Dungeon of Depths by Sky4 or Psy4 or something like that. Let's go. And here we are in the Dungeon of Depths. So yeah, full screen in the browser. Well, look who it is. Didn't expect you to crawl back so soon. That's the boss. Alright. How have you been? Eating well, sleeping fine, living off my money, I assume. Time's up, I want it back, all of it. Can't pay? Then earn it. You go broke, I take everything. You make it out? Maybe we talk. Now, if you'd please take the door to your left. I have more deals to make. Move with WASD arrow keys or use the buttons on the right. When you encounter enemies, battle them with the cards you collected. Cards cost coins to pay, but be careful if your money runs out. It is game over. You can see your money and enemy money at the top of the... Okay, we had that. Alright. Leave me alone now. Okay. Yeah, the controls are not great. Yeah. I will talk about that in a bit. Oh, okay. There are some sound effects. They are just very silent. Greedy pot, draw 2 cards. Oh, and there are enemies, and are they moving in real time? It might just be a scripted thing that enemy approached. Yeah, the scaling doesn't look too great. It's very, like, washed out here. I mean, so is the font here. Looks pretty terrible. But yeah, that might also be related to playing in a browser, because the scaling methods might not be optimal. So we have 35 coins, enemy has 20 coins. So this is just an investment. We pay 2 coins and get 3 coins from the opponent. Coin drain, deplete 5 coins from opponent. Okay, we do the quick swipe. I mean, that sounds extremely good. And then we draw 2. We have a deck. 1 in the deck, 1 discarded, and 2 in the hand. Okay. So, but I can't even draw 2 cards, right? Because I only have 1. Let's see what happens. Not sure what happened, because... yeah, the deck of 0, huh? Why do I have 3 cards now instead of just 2? Anyways, we gain... maybe that was like... it's like a pity card here or something. Yeah, we can just gain 1 coin and then deplete 5 coins, steal 3 coins from opponent. I guess we get these then. Okay, deplete 5 coins from opponent. End turn. So the deck is basically mixed again each turn, and so it's very limited in what we can get here. Let's steal. Let's draw 2 cards. Yeah, and this is like when we are out of cards, we get this, I guess. Gain a coin. Steal 3 coins. I don't think that this is really useful. We end the turn. Because we would lose 3 and the enemy would die, but we will lose 3 anyways. And now it just stole 1. And now we can steal 3 again. This is actually draw 2 cards. So we gain 1 coin. Now we steal 3, spend 2. Enemy is at 2. End turn. It stole 3 from us, gained 2. We steal again, draw 2 cards, gain 1 coin. We steal 3 again, and enemy is dead. Okay. Yeah, so let me quickly talk about movement and perspective. And I will need to... okay, so first, the perspective, you can see the walls left and right. I don't have any issues with orientation, but I think the field of view is a bit too narrow. No, it's too wide, right? Because the tiles, they are... it looks like... it's weird, though. Yeah, it's also because we are... no, this one looks in the right proportions, but this somehow looks wider than it is, or deeper than it is wide. It's probably fine. The field of view might be a little bit adjusted here, but you can't see the tile you're standing on. The camera is a little bit high, but that's generally that's not an issue. I mean, I can also show you the from Legend of Grimrock, right? And also Lands of Lore here. But generally, the perspective isn't a big issue. The controls, they are not great. And that has multiple issues, or multiple causes here. The first one is that, well, it doesn't queue up. So if I go forward, turn left, it's just completely ignored. If I go forward and then I press the left button while moving forward and then hold the forward button, then it will execute the turn, but the turning is quite fast, so I will possibly accidentally turn twice. So yeah, I would prefer a queuing up situation, because right now it feels like, yeah, my movement is always cut off. I can try to time it exactly correctly to move forward, turn right, and then this didn't even work. 1 second. Yeah. So forward, turn right, and then really press the turn right until the very start of your turn, and then lift the button again so you don't accidentally turn twice, because the turning is so fast. So yeah, that's not ideal. And the same, of course, also goes for moving forward. So if I press forward, I basically need to, I mean, holding forward will work, as well as turning, and this is something which is unnecessary. The turning, you will always ever turn 1 time, or maybe 2 times, but then just have the player press 2 times. There's no use for a continuous turning around. I mean, it's fine to have that, but combined with the other thing, it's a bit problematic. And I think it's also maybe stops a bit when an enemy is around. Okay, secret stash, gain 2 coins. I'm not sure why we've got that. No, I don't remember that we redrew that. Gain 1 coin, steal 3 coins from enemy. And this just harms both. It harms enemy more than it harms me, but I don't like that. Steal. Draw. Gain. Gain. Steal. Gain. Draw cards. Gain. Maybe we need to do that in order to... Yeah, I mean, this enemy is much stronger than the previous one, and I guess we need to do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's... But you can see that the enemy is actually killing itself. Yeah, but it's doing so much harm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you can also see sometimes moving, this now works, but maybe the chest is counting as an enemy which is moving, and this also, yeah, like when the enemy is moving around, my movement is also hampered by the enemy move, and this feels rather terrible. Draw cards. Gain. Okay. Oh, this was not much. Steal enemy. Okay. Let's see how the... Steal 1 coin. Gain 2 coins. Not great. Gain 2 coins. That one is more harmless. So I might be able to just gain a bigger amount of coins. I wasn't lucky so far with this one. Ah, this one was nice. You can see that we are actually making a plus in coins by not destroying the enemy. Nah, this one was bad luck. Gain... Draw cards, gain 2. Okay. This one will kill enemies, so we will not do that yet. Okay, steal 3 coins from opponent. Okay. Gain. Steal. Gain. Oh, that was nice. Gain 1 coin. Steal, gain, steal, gain, steal. It's doing more now, enemy. But that's... so the combat duration is not really our enemy. It's actually rather our friend. So as long as we gain more by playing longer, it makes sense to not destroy the enemy, at least if we have some stuff which we can use to our advantage here. So I will not use that. Okay, this actually killed the enemy. This one is also a nice card though. Okay, next card is free. Oh, okay. The dungeon design is not super interesting. Gain 2 coins. Draw 2 cards. Steal. Gain. Next card is free. Yes, and we can use this one now. Steal. Yeah, let's try this. Nothing. Gain. Gain. Steal. Let's use this. Next card is free and use the jackpot. I'm not sure what our goal was, if we needed to reach like 100 coins or we need to destroy all enemies or something. Mm-hmm. And turn. You get a sip. Next card is free. Jackpot. And okay. Gain 2 coins. Not bad, not bad. Also, of course, there is no strafing. It's just turning around. It's not terrible. You just need to get used to it. So turning is with A and D, and Q and E does nothing. Double coins earned from next card. Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's the mighty chicken. Steal 1 coin, draw 1 card. Yeah. Draw 2 cards. Secret, yeah. Next card is free. We use this for this, and then use this. We didn't get anything. That was a bit weird. Gain, steal, deplete 3 from deplete 3. Okay, gain, steal, steal, deplete, gain. Why is it doing nothing? We paid 3. Maybe it's not working against. No, that makes no sense. Mm-hmm. Next card is free. Double coins earned from next card. Yeah, let's just use that. So we would get so 0 to 10. So I was just super unlucky here. Okay. Gain 3 coins. Okay. Oh, it's maybe the final boss, or maybe we just get into the new next area. Steal 1 coin, steal 3, steal 1, gain 1, steal, steal. If your money is less, then if your money is less, gain. Gain. Steal coins, steal coins, steal coins. Okay, next card. Let's draw first. Gain. Double coins earned. So make this one free. And we get 6 with that. Copy a card. Double. Okay. Steal. Let's. Okay. Gain. So we are still making plus. Now we are above 100. Okay, that was a bit of a drop. Let's take this for the next turn then. Yes. Draw. Steal. And roll. Okay, that was nothing. Gain a coin, gain... Oh, let's drop. Yeah, next card is free. This should be free. Yeah, 2 coins, not much. Draw 2 cards. And we are not above 100, but... Now we are above 100. Gain 2 coins. Next card is free. Double coin earns from next card. So next card needs to earn coins. Oh, enemy dead. Okay, copy a card from your opponent deck into your hands. Okay. Okay, so this is a new area. Nice. Draw 2 cards. Gain. Steal 3 from opponent. This is useless though. Next card is free. I mean, if the enemy has this one, it's fine. My next card was free, right? So this one. Gain, gain, gain. This will, of course, also make combat longer and longer and longer. Yeah, this was a bad idea. Next card is free. This one. Yeah, this can probably go on forever because the enemy is now also getting or creating new coins. Yeah. So I think if we want to finish the game, we would need to start killing the enemy intentionally. Because I could just go on and gain more and more coins. I mean, I can just try and to get to 200 coins. 1 coin. Double coins earned from next. Okay, it seems like it's killing itself now. Next card is free. 160. We're still at 160. Double earned from the next. Now we are at 170. Oh. Oh. Okay. But I think it's slowly killing itself. This would all be bad now, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, okay, and it killed itself. And we got a terrible card. So this actually makes our deck worse now. Next card is... Let's do this first. Next card is free. This one, this. Steal coins from opponent. Yeah, they're also using lots of stealing. There should probably be like a clear ending that a battle can't go over a certain certain amount of turns or something. Of course, this requires that this one gives coins in the first place. Okay. Yeah. Also not a great card, I think. Is this the... Let's see. If this is the main boss. This is also hurting him more with this double thing. Steal 5. one of the issues here is also not just that we can drag out the combat as much as we want. The other issue is that most of the time we are just using everything anyways, besides of the ones which do damage to the enemy, and I don't think that this is even the intended way, so... So if we really used all the cards, then the only thing which mattered was the order to use combos. But for that purpose, there aren't really that many combo things. So I'm just using everything anyways. So it might, maybe if we had like a limited amount of resources per turn or something. Double Steel. Okay. Your debts are paid, every coin counted, every soul settled. The dungeon doors creak open, not with menace, but with mercy. You step into the light, pockets heavy, heart heavier. You've outplayed demons, cheated fate, and clawed your way back from the brink. The dungeon of debt fades behind you, but the dealmaker's voice still echoes in your mind. We'll be in touch! Alright, thank you so much for playing a game by Sci4HIO for the DungeonCrawler Jam 2025. And we ended with 139 coins. Alright. So, yeah, as I mentioned, the perspective could be a little bit improved, I think. You should be able, ideally, you should be able to see the tile you're standing on. But not necessarily. I think generally the perspective is fine. The bigger issue was the movement. I think it should be either queued up or executed right away. And then the rest of the feedback was basically the card game, that you can drag it out too long. The options you have as a player to maximize it, to feel clever about it, are a bit limited. And it's like random in a way that you can actually get cards from enemies which make your deck worse, but you can't know beforehand. So maybe a cool thing would have been maybe a different resource for playing the cards, but also maybe some kind of interface where you can see the cards you gathered, and maybe a shop where you can spend coins to optimize your deck in some way, to buy new cards so that you can build yourself better combos or something like that, and maybe even sell cards. Something like in that regard. Of course, it would make balancing much more difficult. But right now I feel like the options are rather limited here. But anyways, that was a nice entry. Dungeon of Debt by Sci4. And if you want to check out the game, you can find a link to that down in the video description. And yeah, and there you can also find the playlist, which I mentioned in the beginning, with all the other games I've covered so far, including a pilot episode. And with that, thank you for watching. Yeah, one thing I forgot, the graphics. They were actually nice, but the design of the dungeon was kind of boring. And I liked the jazz music. It was nice. The sound effects... I think they are there, but they are super silent. Yeah, but that's that's it about Dungeon of Depth. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.